The earliest attested examples of mathematical calculations date to the predynastic Naqada period, and show a fully developed numeral system. The importance of mathematics to an educated Egyptian is suggested by a New Kingdom fictional letter in which the writer proposes a scholarly competition between himself and another scribe regarding everyday calculation tasks such as accounting of land, labor, and grain. Texts such as the Rind Mathematical Papyrus and the Moscow Mathematical Papyrus show that the ancient Egyptians could perform the four basic mathematical operations: addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Use fractions. Calculate the areas of rectangles, triangles, and circles and compute the volumes of boxes, columns and pyramids. They understood basic concepts of algebra and geometry, and could solve simple sets of simultaneous equations. Mathematical notation was decimal, and based on hieroglyphic signs for each power of 10 up to 1 million. Each of these could be written as many times as necessary to add up to the desired number. So to write the number 80 or 800, the symbol for 10 or 100 was written 8 times respectively. Because their methods of calculation could not handle most fractions with a numerator greater than 1, they had to write fractions as the sum of several fractions. For example, they resolved the fraction 2/5 into the sum of 1/3 plus 1/15. Standard tables of values facilitated this. Some common fractions, however, were written with a special glyph. The equivalent of the modern 2/3 is shown on the right. Ancient Egyptian mathematicians knew the Pythagorean theorem as an empirical formula. They were aware, for example, that a triangle had a right angle opposite the hypotenuse when its sides were in a 3:4:5 ratio. They were able to estimate the area of a circle by subtracting 1/9 from its diameter and squaring the result. Area approximately equals 8/9. D. 2 equals 256/81. R2 approximately equals 3/16 R2, a reasonable approximation of the formula pi R2. The golden ratio seems to be reflected in many Egyptian constructions, including the pyramids, but its use may have been an unintended consequence of the ancient Egyptian practice of combining the use of knotted ropes with an intuitive sense of proportion and harmony.